don't like that. So, given that I had some tips that helped me get through freshman year, like strategies that helped me get through my freshman year, I thought I'd make a survival guide to college for the shy girls and guys. It doesn't have to just be girls, but these are just tips that really help me get through college. So I hope they all help you. And I just want to say that it doesn't just have to be for girls. Guys can do this too. Like, just take all these tips and just change the words for guys. Like, the same thing will work. Like, if you're a shy boy and you need help opening up more in college, like, just use these tips. They're good. Okay, so the first tip is to get to know someone other than your roommate. I had this problem. You're gonna spend a lot of time with your roommate. You're sharing a room with them. And it's really easy to become like best friends with them. However, if your roommate is more outgoing and talks to people more than you do, like mine did, it can kind of get difficult when they start making other friends and you just start tagging along and their friends like don't really like you, or you don't really talk to anyone but your roommate. I had this problem for about like the first week. All I did is hang out with my roommate. I had lunch with her every day. I went to dinner with her every day. And then I noticed that she started getting other friends, and like that's completely fine. She's more open, she's more outgoing than I am, and like that's completely fine. But I didn't want to be the girl that just hung out with them when they're not my friends. I think that kind of like sparked this energy, I don't know. So I made it a point to myself that I was gonna get other friends. So the way my dorm was set up was there was a front side of the hall, a side hall, and then a back. It was like a square, but there's only 3 sides. So I ended up being friends with a girl who is in on the back of my hall, and I ended up being friends with girls who are in the front of my hall. So that helped me just meet other people that aren't my roommate. So if you have the same problem, if you are realizing you're becoming too close to your roommate, not that that's a bad thing, but if you're just becoming really close to your roommate and no one else, try to meet other girls in the hall. Like, just go knock on some random door and like, hey, I live in that room over there. Like, do you want to hang out? Do you, like, hey, we have a DVD player. Do you guys have a DVD player? Do you want to watch movies? Or just anything like that. Just try to meet other people in your hall that you can hang out with. You can have movie nights. You can study. You can play games if you have board games. I don't know, but I realized I was becoming that person that hung out with my roommate and I didn't know her friends, I just knew her. And if you realize you have the same problem, just meet people in your hall. I know at my school they had us play games, like we did like this bonding thing where we all had kind of sit in the hallway and just talk about like our favorite things, and we had to match up with people who liked the same things we did. It was, yeah, just try to meet other people in your hall so you don't just become the girl who's only friends with her roommate and doesn't talk to anyone else. Because I probably was that person for the first 3 weeks of school. I also joined a sport. I saw that they were having cheerleading tryouts and like, you know what, let's just try it. So I went, and that was a really good way for me to meet the upperclassmen that I didn't know before. As I said, I didn't put myself out there to the upperclassmen. I didn't really talk to them. So this was a good way for me to meet them. The other way was join a sorority. I did join a sorority, however, for personal reasons, I had left the sorority, but before I even got to college, I wholeheartedly wanted to be in a sorority. I already knew I was going to go through, they called it recruitment. I was going to go through recruitment or rush or whatever you want to call it. I was going to do that. So that also helped me meet people that I didn't know. Like for my school, when you went through recruitment, each night a different sister of the sorority, like they brought you in, they sat you down at the tables where they did whatever, but you would talk to them first, and it was really a good way for me to learn. It was a good way for me to meet the upperclassmen and get to know them. And if I didn't go through the sorority process, I probably wouldn't have met these girls. And I still talk to those girls I met at the sorority for the rest of the year, even though I wasn't in that sorority anymore. So I think if you just find somewhere on campus where you fit in, then you will have an easier time meeting friends. No matter what kind of club or sport or Greek life you join, if you do that, it will help you meet friends, and I believe that that is a great way for a shy person, not a girl or boy, but a shy person to kind of break out of their shell a little bit and meet new people. So this isn't really a way to meet new people, but it really did help me out a lot. I took a risk that made me find a place for myself at the college I was at my freshman year. As I said before, I joined the cheerleading squad. I was never really the one to be a cheerleader. I never thought I could be able to be a cheerleader. I was never popular. I'm not the tiniest girl in the world. I am on the bigger side, so I never really thought I could cheer. Like in high school, I didn't look like the girls that were cheerleaders at my high school. I was completely different, and this is totally off subject, but I was in the band, so I always kind of thought, like, I can't be a cheerleader, I'm the band geek. So when I got to college, they were having cheerleading tryouts because they needed more girls so they could go to nationals in April. So the one girl I met in my first class, that 3-week class or whatever, she was on the dance team, and it's the same coach as the cheerleaders. And we were just talking, I'm like, hey, like, do you think I should join the cheerleading squad? Like, do you think that that's a good idea? I didn't know, and eventually I just like, what the hell? I'm just gonna join the cheerleading squad. And I went and I emailed the coach. I had a meeting with the coach. We talked, and I joined the squad. I knew to myself, like, if I didn't like it, like, after the first, like, 2 weeks, I would just quit. Like, it's no big deal. Like, we didn't have a football team. We just had a basketball team, so we didn't cheer for football games. Like, they're just gonna cheer for basketball. That's in a couple months, so if I don't like it, I'm gonna quit. And I loved it. It really helped me out. The girls really welcomed me and accepted me, even though I didn't look like them. Although all the girls weren't just like those stick thin blondes you like picture a cheerleader as. They were all different. They were all different shapes and sizes and hair color, I guess. But it really, I found a place for myself on the cheerleading squad, and I really enjoyed it. And especially after I dropped being in the sorority, it really helped me like not crawl back into my shell and hide in my room. It really helped me like, oh, I have to go to practice, I have to go see these girls, and we all really just became friends, and it was really fun. And if I didn't take that risk, I probably would have had the worst freshman year ever. I would have hated it. I probably wouldn't have left my room except to go to class and to eat, and I would have just been sheltered and in my shell the whole time. But it really helped me break out of my shell and find people who accepted me for the way I am. Okay, so this is my last tip, and it's kind of just like self-explanatory. Just be yourself. Don't let college life change who you really are. Yes, I gave you these tips to kind of like be more outspoken and meet new people, but I'm not telling you to, hey, if you're a shy girl, I'm like, no, you have to join every single club here at your college, and that's how you're gonna survive. No, like if you're shy, maybe join like one club, maybe join a sport you never thought you'd play. If your school has intramurals, go join the intramurals, play. So the last tip is kind of just self-explanatory. Be yourself. Don't let college change you. I know it can be hard, but just be you. You will eventually find people at your school who are your real friends, and they will accept you, and you'll fit in with them, and you'll feel like, oh, I'm not alone here. This is great. Everything will work out. And the people you meet will accept you, and if you don't fit in with them, who cares? Find other people. The school I went to was 1,000 kids. I found people in that 1,000 that I fit in with. So you can too. Just be yourself. I know I just told you all these tips to like break out of your shell, meet new people, but I'm not telling you to change who you are. These are just tips to like help you meet new people. So that's it for this week's video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I'm not saying that this is the only tips that will help you survive your freshman year of college. This is just what helped me. I just sat down like, okay, what did I do last year that helped me get through being homesick and broke me out of my shell and kind of just help me adapt to this new environment. So yeah, if you like this video, guys, please hit that subscribe button down below because I make new videos every Saturday and post new vlogs every Monday, and give this video a thumbs up. Also, leave a comment down below with any tips or tricks that helped you get through your freshman year of college. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye!